Hey guys, we're gonna get 421 here. Today, it's new gun day. What I got is a Savage Model 12 FCV. It's a 26-inch heavy barreled 223, and it comes with the Accu Stock and the ACCUTRIGGER. So I basically upgraded from my Savage Axis 223, which was shooting half-minute groups, to this new Savage here. And now let's take a look what comes in the box. So this is how it comes in the box. There was a bag, but this was the model that was on the shelf. It was the last one they had at the store, so the bag is not in there anymore. We threw it out at the store. But it's a 26-inch heavy barrel, and it's fluted. And ACCUTRIGGER, Accu Stock. That's what it looks like in the box. Now we'll take it out of the box and take a closer look at it. This is what the rifle looks like. 26-inch barrel, heavy barrel. It's fluted, you can tell there. It does have the ACCUTRIGGER and the Accu Stock. Stickers are on it still. It's a pretty heavy rifle, but this is going to be only used for off the bench and prone in the field. So it's a Model 10 action. It's the same action as the Model 10 police or law enforcement series. It has a 3-position safety up on the tang, so it's ambidextrous. So your completely all the way back is locked bolt and safe. You can't open the bolt that way. Next one, you can open the bolt, but it still won't fire. And then your fully forward position is fire. So now let's take a look at the bolt. The bolt for the Model 12 Varmint series comes with a heavy bolt knob. It's all black, and then this stainless bolt with the laser etched Savage logo on it, and it's jeweled. It's a really nice looking, real nice looking bolt, and it's got the Sacco or the Savage style ejector, so that's real good too compared to the Remington, which is just a stamped steel ejector. So it's more reliable. And to get the bolt back in the rifle, you have to pull the trigger back, and then there's a little knob under here. You pull that forward or back towards the trigger, and the bolt slides right back in. And so that's in the fire mode right there. If you put it all the way to the back, now the bolt is locked and it won't fire. So you just click forward. Now the bolt you can run the bolt, still can't shoot the trigger. Put it all the way forward and the red dot shows up. Now it'll fire. I haven't adjusted this, it's right out of the box still. Still has the tags on the ACCUTRIGGER. The bolt is real smooth. It's very, very smooth for a bolt that's never been run before. Doesn't need any break-in period or anything like that. And this model comes with a detachable box magazine, and it holds 5 223 rounds, and you can put one in the chamber, so that gives you 5 + 1, total of 6 rounds. And this Accu Stock is really nice. Like, you can still move the fore end a little bit, but not enough that it'll hit from the bipod mount on that sling swivel right there. Has a real nice crown on it and recessed muzzle, so you're not gonna worry too much about dinging the crown up too much and affecting that. It's a pretty heavy rifle. I think they claim 8.5 or 9 pounds or something like that. I haven't actually weighed it. I will weigh it though and see, and I'll see what the factory set trigger is at right now too. This is a pretty rough way to weigh a gun, but we'll stick it on there and just see what it weighs. Approximate. So we're right around 9 pounds. And now we'll see what the trigger pull is, see what it goes up to before the trigger breaks. So let's hold that, make sure safety's off. And hopefully you can see that. So from 9 to about 11.5, 12 pounds, so we're saying 2 to 2.5 pound trigger break at this moment, completely stock. Because I'm going to be shooting this from the bench and prone in the field, not a hunting rifle by any means for me, just going to be a target gun, then I'll probably put it to as light as I can get the ACCUTRIGGER to go. This is what the ACCUTRIGGER looks like out of the stock. There's an adjustment key in there, and you have to use the Savage tool. It comes with the rifle in this little bag, and there's a little slot cut out of it. So that there is what you use to adjust the ACCUTRIGGER. This is the ACCUSTOCK, and like I said before, the aluminum ended here. Well, now that I see it, it runs all the way to the end of the comb almost. That's why it was so rigid. So you're going to have no problems at all with this thing flexing and hitting the barrel, because it's aluminum bedding blocks all the way to the end, just about. The recoil lug goes in there, and the back tang's not bedded or aluminum bedding block, but the two main action bolts right here bed onto the aluminum bedding block. So this is going to be it's pretty much the same kind of deal as a Bell & Carlson stock, something like that. So I don't think that there's any point of bedding this rifle. It's aluminum bedding already, and I'm not going to do any modifications to this at all. I'm just going to shoot it the way it is. So that's a quick look at the ACCUSTOCK. It has a real nice recoil pad, super soft. It's not as soft as the Axis, but the Axis had all the venting holes and stuff, so it's a little bit softer. And the bottom metal's all steel too, and the bottom of the magazine is metal as well, so it's real durable. And on the magazine, there's no plastic magazine release like the Axis has. It's all steel, and the release is on the bottom of the bottom metal right here. So that's a lot more durable than the Axis was as well. So that's what it looks like when the magazine's in. Nice flush fit. Pull the release, pops out. Put the back in first to get it in, and lock the front in, and that's all there is to it. Well, always remember, when you're putting the barreled action back in the stock, use a torque wrench. The way I do it to tune my rifles for better accuracy too, I start at 30 inch-pounds, and I always make sure that the action screws are a little bit loose. Then I hit it on the butt, make sure the action is seated properly against the recoil lug, and then start with the front action screw and torque it to 30 inch-pounds. There's 30 on the front, and then move your way to the rear, which is in front of the trigger guard. Push back the bolt release, get the torque wrench started, and torque that to 30 inch-pounds. And now you have your barreled action properly torqued into this ACCUSTOCK, and you can always go and increase it 5 inch-pounds at a time until you find the optimum torque for your particular rifle and your particular load you're shooting. If you start off at 30 inch-pounds and you notice your groups are pretty big, do a 5-shot group, grab your torque wrench, go up a few inch-pounds. You probably start off doing 5 at a time and you get there quicker. Shoot another 5-shot group, letting the barrel cool between strings of fire, and find your accuracy node and jot down the torque specs for that particular group, and then you'll be able to fine-tune your rifle and know exactly what to torque your action down to every time for the optimal accuracy of your particular rifle and load. All in all, the fit and finish of this Model 12 FCV is beautiful. The rifle looks like it's really well made, and I can't wait to get out and try this. I will make a couple more videos too of getting this rifle ready for the range. I'm going to mount a one-piece base to the top with no elevation built in. It's only 223, and all my scopes that I'll be using on this rifle are well capable of adjusting out for 600, 700, 800 yards, which is way more than I'll probably end up shooting this. It's going to be more like a 600 and in kind of rifle. So I'll show you how to do that in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Stay tuned.